Are you a freelance makeup artist or hairstylist who sometimes struggles with what to post to social media? We all know that it's really important to be consistent, but when you've got no new work to post, what do? Hey there, I'm Sue Louise, and this week's vlog is all about the different sorts of social media posts that you can create that are not only going to help you engage further with your existing audience, but also to attract a new audience and new clients that are going to want to book you. Now, one of the questions that I'm getting a lot at the moment, and one of the things that I'm seeing, is a lot of people going, well, what do? I've got no new work to post. And here's the thing, just because we can't operate our businesses right now, this is not the time to neglect our social media. We really need to continue to be posting so we keep up that engagement with our existing audience and also so we keep the algorithm happy. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see makeup artists making when it comes to social media is they just used Instagram as their portfolio. So they're constantly posting images of their work, but that's really all they do. Now, that's kind of like if you have a Ferrari and you only ever drive it in first gear. Like, why would you do that, right? So Instagram is such a powerful marketing tool that we can use in our business. So it makes sense to take full advantage of it, right? Now, on the other side of the coin, another mistake that I see a lot of artists making is that they just do constant promotions. It's always book me, book me, book me. And you know, that kind of tends to get a little bit spammy because nobody comes to social media to be sold to. People come to social media to connect. They come to connect with their family and friends and with brands that they are interested in as well. It's all about connection, and if we are creating posts that can educate, inspire and entertain our audiences, what we're going to do then is we're going to be building that connection with them. We're going to build what I like to call the KLT factor, that is the know, like and trust factor. Because remember, people do business with people that they know, like and trust. So how do you go about doing that with your social media posts? So before you post, think about that. Think about why do people come to social media? And then when you start creating your content with that in mind, you're going to be creating content that is a lot more effective and that your audience will respond to a lot more favorably. And here's the other thing. When you create content that your audience engages with, you're actually helping yourself because the algorithm sees that content, sees that it's popular, sees that people are responding to it and engaging with it, and therefore the algorithm will show your content to more people and more of the sort of people that like the sort of content that you're creating, if that makes sense. I often hear people blaming the algorithm because they're not getting many likes or comments on their content. But the algorithm, it's artificial intelligence, and it just learns by what has happened in the past. So before you blame the algorithm, have a look at the sort of posts that you've been doing and ask yourself, are these the sort of posts that my audience, my ideal clients really want to see? So let's talk about these different types of posts that you can be creating. Number one is product recommendations. Now, when you're recommending products, remember that your clients are probably not made up of other makeup artists. So do bear that in mind when you are recommending products to them. Now, when you're creating a post with a product recommendation, you can either post a photo of the product, you could post a video of you using the product, either on yourself or on one of your clients, or you could just post a photo of a work that you have done with that product. But the key thing here is in your caption to be talking about the product. Talk about the benefits of the product. This is one of those opportunities for you to educate your ideal clients. So when you're talking about the product, talk about what it is that you like about it and talk about the benefits of the product, not just the features of it. So for example, you might be doing a product recommendation about a highlighter. You might talk about your favorite highlighter, why it is that you like it. Is it a cream? Is it a liquid? Or is it a powder? And then you talk about why you prefer one of those types of highlighter over the other. Do you prefer a highlighter that has got a lot of shimmer in it? Or do you prefer one that's a little bit more matte? what highlighter works best for what skin type. And then you can ask for some response from your audience. So you might want to ask them a question at the end of the post and asking them to let you know in the comments what is their favorite highlighter. Number 2 is tips, makeup tips, hairstyling tips, or skincare tips. Now this is like a how-to. So in the first type of post, the product recommendation, we were talking about what to use. This time we're going to talk about how to use it. So again, this is an educational post, but it can be entertaining as well. So this is where videos are really great, when you can be actually talking about how you go about using a product. But remember, when you're doing these sort of posts, to do them through the filter of who is my ideal client and what do they currently know. Remember, your ideal clients don't know as much about makeup and application as you do, unless your ideal clients are all real makeup aficionados. But what you probably find is that many women don't know anywhere near as much about makeup as you do, and they are going to love to see these hints and tips that you post, how to use things. So let me give you an example. One that I recently did, I posted in a Facebook group for female entrepreneurs, and it was what they call in that group a genius tip. And the tip that I did was all about your mascara and how you shouldn't open the mascara and then take the wand and pump it up and down furiously in the tube of mascara. Now that's something that I used to do long ago before I became a makeup artist, and I'm sure a lot of people still do that. Hopefully makeup artists don't do that. If you're not sure, the reason you don't do that is because that actually forces air down into the tube, dries out your mascara quicker, and it can force more bacteria into the tube as well. So when I posted this tip on that Facebook group, I got a whole lot of people going, oh my God, I didn't know I do that all the time. So, just posting a simple tip like that can be really, really effective. Number 3 is asking questions. Get to know your ideal clients. This is where you get the opportunity to find out more about your ideal clients and what it actually is that they want to know about you. Because let's face it, there's no point putting up posts if they're not what your ideal clients really want to see. So asking them questions is a great way to do this. And I think that the best way to do this is probably through the Instagram stories, where you can ask, you can create polls and put little sections there to ask questions of people. And people actually like to be asked for their opinion. It makes them feel important. So go ahead and post some questions. Number 4 is quotes and memes. This probably comes more under the inspire and entertain areas rather than educate, but make them fun. People love to see funny quotes and memes, and especially at this time when we're all stuck inside, we want to be entertained, we want to be inspired, and we want to have a laugh. So try and find some funny ones while you're at it. Number 5 is showing your work. Of course, Instagram is a fantastic place for you to post your work. Use it as your portfolio, or just don't do only those sort of posts. At this time, it's of course a whole lot of flashbacks, but talk about those jobs that you've worked on, those people that you've worked with, and what was it about them that you enjoyed so much. Talk about what it is about your job that you like and how you loved serving your clients. Now, here's a little tip when you are going to post flashbacks, is to have a look at which of your posts has performed the best in the past. So get to know your insights, and I'll talk a little bit more about insights in a moment. Number 6 is shout outs. Shouting out some of your network, some of your favorite other makeup artists, but also photographers that you've worked with, designers, clients that you've worked with. This is a great way to go about building your network. People love to be shouted out, and it's something that I have started doing a lot of. I have what I call now Shout Out Sunday, where I share work, and I often do this of my new followers. It's a way for me to show how much I appreciate them. I really love sharing their work, and I do that on a Sunday, and I use the hashtag Shout Out Sunday. Number 7 is, of course, promotional posts. Now, there are a lot of people that are very averse to selling, and they will say things like, oh, I suck at selling. And of course, we don't want to use social media as constant advertising. No one comes to social media to be sold to. Social media marketing experts suggest that you limit your promotional posts to about 20%, so about 1 in 5 posts. I like to say if you're posting a promotional post once a week, then that's a fairly good gauge to go by. Just don't make it on the same day every week. And when you do write your promotional posts, remember to be writing them from the point of view of your client, not from the point of view of the benefit to you, but the benefit to your client. Now, the really important thing with posting to social media is which posts are working for you, which posts are getting a good response, and which posts are maybe not. Likes have become a lot less important now. So even in those countries where you still are seeing the likes, they're not so important now. So what is important? I think comments are really important. And the important thing with comments is if someone leaves you a comment, that you go and respond to that comment. That's how you get that engagement going, and that's how you build that rapport. Now, there are some other metrics that you can monitor as well. And I will do another video talking a lot more about looking at your insight and your metrics. But the things that I like to look at are profile visits, saves and shares, and of course website clicks as well. And you can see all of those by looking at the insights in your Instagram account. You can also look at very similar metrics in your Facebook account as well. Now, if you'd like a visual prompt to help you know what sort of posts to be putting up on Instagram and Facebook and when you might want to consider putting up those posts, you can go and download my free PDF guide, which is the social media schedule. It is a little 4-week rolling timetable which has suggestions of the different sorts of posts that you might want to post each day. And you can download that now for free at suelouise.com/schedule. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell so that you're notified next time a video is uploaded. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.